Okay, so we're talking about creating your list. There's a lot of information. I'm going to run through it quickly. Most of it is already on this page, but I want to make sure you guys hear it from the horse's mouth. So people make two mistakes in creating their list. One is they just put on the schools that they've heard of. And two, they ask us what schools are interested in them, and then they put those schools on the list. You want to do this work well, and you don't want to do it early. You want to be thorough. You've got to figure out what environment do you want for college, what size school, what location of school, what sort of the sensibility or the things that you want to include in your college career. Do you want a small school that would be less than 2,000, medium between 4 and 8, large 8+? Do you want it to be in the Northeast, the Northwest? Do you want to be in an all warm school in the Southeast? Do you want to be in a sorority? Do you want to travel abroad? All these things will inform your choices about lacrosse, but your lacrosse choices should be secondary to these primary interests in figuring out what you want the environment to be. You want to base your list on academics. I can't say anything more strongly than this. First of all, the college coach is the front line of the admissions office. So if I have a 2.8 GPA and I put Harvard on my list, the Harvard coach is going to think I am crazy, not self-aware, and not having my expectations managed. Though I may like Harvard, I have not set myself up as a student that would be successful there. As a student in high school, you know you're discovering your habits, and you want to go to a school where those habits can be reinforced by success in the classroom. So your school list should be based on your academic profile. We call that your vitals. That's a combination of your GPA, or however your school measures that, plus any test scores. The earliest test score you can really get is a PSAT score, which will predict your SAT score, and an ACT score if that's a more specific test. And if you do well on that, then take that one. Some schools accept either or, some schools express either or. Your school list will be into 3 different categories based on these academics, based on your vitals. Likely a school that you qualify for academically, where maybe your grades are more competitive than the average student that applies or attends. Target, where you're sort of the average student that applies or attends, and then reach, that maybe the school is slightly out of your academic vital reach, and you need something like maybe lacrosse, or having had your parents go there, or playing a really great musical instrument that might push you over the line. In this case, you can't necessarily reach so far outside of your academic qualifications. So doing this preliminary work on your school list is huge. It seems like a lot. It seems very overwhelming. You just want to start talking to people, start generating a list. Adding and subtracting schools as you go through the process is much easier. Getting this first step makes everything else easy. It becomes your to-do list. All the schools on your list are the schools that you're going to do the questionnaires. You're going to email them your CCUs. You're going to do pre and post event stuff. You're going to look to research the schools and the coaches. You're going to research the programs. You're going to look to visit them ultimately. Once you get this down, you can really start navigating the nuance of the process and communicating with a lot of people to help you through it. But get this college list, get it based on what you see as the experience you want in college.